Hello fellow compatriots, this is your host Rubytime here, and today we are going to be taking a look at my own Generation 2 Pohatu, Master Pohatu. Yeah, Master of Stone Pohatu, Gen 2 version. Yes, I'm going to be doing my own version of it, so this is harkening back to the 2001 Pohatu design, but I gave it a little Gen 2-y zestiness to it. Now this figure is actually the first figure that I made the walking mechanism for CTM01. CTM01 was the second version that I made, but this figure here is the first one that I've made that actually can walk, but not just walk, run. It runs. So if you want to see a running Pohatu, then I suggest you stay tuned for this, because it is going to be quite spectacular. So, without further ado, let's get to the review! Hello, fellow compatriots, and I introduce you all Pohatu, Master of Stone. Now, this design, as you can tell, it's very harkening back to the Generation 1 design, heavily Generation 1. Even though I do like the Jetterings, I honestly did like the Jetterings, so I might make another Pohatu that just throws Jetterings if I still wanted to. But this was the figure that I first made that has the leg movement function similar to CTM01's, except a lot more this prototype, I would say. But yeah, so let's get a good view of this figure. He's kind of thick. As you can see, I did some modifications to this so that I can do this review for this figure. So I tried to compress it the best way I can, while him still having leg spread, as you can see, so his legs can spread quite nicely. Anyways, without further ado, let's get straight to posability. So, ankles, they can go forward this far, they can go back this far. You got excellent amount of tilt, as you can see here, excellent amount. The knees, you can bend the knees. The knees can bend about that much, 90 degrees of bend in the knees. Of course, to set up the legs, they can spread out this much. Now, if you want to put this figure in dynamic poses, you actually have to unplug the thing on the side here, this gray section, to the axle port right over here, and you can readjust it to go on the opposite angle so that you can get some more poses out of this figure if you so wanted him to have different poses. I don't know why. Let me go ahead and rearrange this so that he can actually stand when he kind of can stand. Very dynamic stance, I would say. When it's at its default setting of the rotation of the gears. Now, arms, they can do a full 360. You can also pull them off. There's not that much clearance since, it bumps into the shoulder armor just a little bit, but the shoulder armor, however, is on a ball joint, so you got plenty of upward movement. You also got some tilt as well in the shoulder pad. Arms, they can go about up this far. The shoulder pad kind of hinders it from going up too far. Elbows, they can bend roughly about this much. So you get 90 degrees of bend right over there. You can also break his elbow, but why would you do that? I'm just asking why. Fingers, he has articulated fingers, so they can curl in, they can curl out, and they also have like gun-knuckled fist over here. you know, gun knuckles, so he can go like pew 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 if he so wanted to, and he can shoot out his fingers. That was totally not planned or sketched. That his finger just literally popped off, and I just went with it. Deal with it. Anyways, the neck, and you've got plenty of rotation at the base. It can do a full 360, and can look up this far. He can look down into his own chest if he so wanted to. Now you're probably wondering, why the super long neck? Well, if you look at the original toy, whoop, his neck, it kind of sticks out to the front a little bit. Kind of elongated neck, as you can see. Kind of elongated, if you can see right there. So, it makes perfect sense for him to have it. So, without further ado, let's go straight into this figure actually running as intended. So, let's go straight to the battleground. There's two options that you can do. I'll just start off with the basics. So, to get him in his running formation, only thing I had to do is make him look cool for when he does run. Simply put the arms back, legs, put them straight, straighten out the feet, because they're gonna start knocking each other. And then there is a knob back over here, if you can see that. So if you twist this, he will begin to run. So that you guys can see. And he runs. Now, you're probably wondering, can we see more of that? Well, let's go hit it.
Oh great, not this again. Did anybody told you that maybe music might not be a good idea?
Akima, this is going to be like the meme of the century. Alright, so to activate the meme of the century, simply take this out. We don't need this thing. Who needs hand powered when we can go all battery powered? I hope you all enjoy that incredible meme that just happened just now. Anyways, so let's do some size comparisons, shall we? So we got, if you haven't seen already, Pohatu, the Gen 1 version. So there's some similarities, like the spikes on the back of the leg is replicated. Got the 2 fingers, black shoulder pads, the completely brown torso. Yeah, you got everything right there. Now, of course, here he is with Gen 2 Tahu. Because I know people want to see what he looks like right next to Gen 2 Tahu, so here you go. At least the 2016 version. So you got an idea right there. And of course, because I know you all are wondering, here's what he looks like right next to my Generation 3 Karak. And then my Generation 3 Vorak. Of course, we can't forget the prodigy of this function, which ended up in the greatly known CTM-01. For he was the one that I made with the walking mechanism, as was seen in Pohatu, and translated into CTM-01. And since he is a bigger build, it was able to be more posable, unlike Pohatu over here because of his small frame. I was barely able to fit it in Pohatu's small frame because how tiny Pohatu is. But with CTM-01, as you can see here, there are the hand connectors in there to allow for the friction, and plus it had a worm gear integrated in there as well, so that there's increased ability, unlike this Pohatu, which I barely could even do it in that format. So yeah, that is my Generation 2 Master of Stone Pohatu. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I mean, and as well as enjoying this very delicious meme that I just created. I'm pretty sure that's gonna go viral. If you guys want me to make a video dedicated to Pohatu running in the 90s, just let me know and I will make a full video of that. Now for Let's Builds, I will be doing Let's Builds in the future, because I know there's been some requests going around of, hey, can you do a Let's Build of so-and-so characters, and they will be coming around shortly. As well as villains. I will be making villains as well in the future. Anyways, enough updates, so take it away, myself. Hello everyone, welcome to the end of the video, and of course, if you want to find me in any other parts of social media, be sure to check me out on Instagram, Tumblr, as well as the TTV message boards. And if you want to show your support, be sure to check me out over on Patreon, where you can see videos a week early in advance. So that is all I have to really say. So, without further ado, I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys!